guys, this is Jenny. Welcome back to Rainy Day Coloring. It's been a while since I've posted a video. It's been a while since I've colored a picture. It's been a while since I've watched all my favorite YouTube videos. So I've been missing all of you guys. I have a huge backlog of videos that I'm dying to watch, but hopefully soon. So I have to tell you, this is actually my second time filming this. I just went through and filmed this whole video, and then I was uploading it and I realized that like I shouldn't even do it because I'm gonna jinx myself. Everything was like this far off my camera. So I've reattached my camera up on a shelf on the wall, ideally so that if I shake my table, you're not gonna have the whole camera shake. But as a result of that, I just didn't frame my desk well enough. So anyway, deep breath. I'm back. I'm going to be paying better attention to my screen today. And I'm back with my August wrap up to show you what I've worked on in August. So, like I mentioned, I feel like August got away from me. It got kind of crazy. And I was actually feeling a little bit like, ugh, do I even have things to show for August? So when I was prepping this video today, I went through and counted, and get this, you guys. In July, I colored 18 pictures, and I did 1 diamond painting. And I had said, you know, I hope to do more next month. I hope to do more backgrounds. This month, I did hit 24, and I really didn't think I did. And I have 2 diamond paintings. So, and that's with like at least a week and a half of not really coloring at all. So, feeling good about that, feeling good about some new techniques I tried this month, and feeling just really energized and ready for September. So that's cool. That's the good news. So let's go through and take a look at what I did. This is in no particular order as I keep spinning around. This that I'm going to show you first is from the Posh coloring book. This is The Inspired Garden, and this is by Susan Black, illustrated by Susan Black. And we have this cute hello, look, I'm like still like, is it far enough for you to see? I have this cute Hello Sunshine picture. I think this one I had been getting some like my Halloween fall books, and I was like, oh, I gotta get some summer illustrations out, so coloring out. This I used with a water-based marker. These are double-sided, so I used a Tombow marker. It did still bleed through a little bit, or a lot. Doesn't bother me. I actually think, yeah, it for whatever reason, it doesn't bother me. But kind of a limited palette, just using a set of markers and the colors that it had in it. So there's that. All right, the next, oh, I just covered up my notes. I can't do that. So the next is, I have some pages from Secret Garden by Johanna Basford. Now, this actually came about as a buddy color with Wrenn Kelly. And anyone I reference today, I'll link either their YouTube, if they have a YouTube channel, or their Instagram down below. And this was with Wrenn Kelly, and we both were trying to come up with what are books that we both have in common. We realized we both had some Johanna Basford, and we were both didn't use them very often. I was actually feeling incredibly intimidated. I prefer alcohol markers. I prefer single-sided pages, so it was out of my comfort zone. We got started though. We did this double page spread first. And just finishing this got me so excited, you guys. I just loved it. So I ended up on this side using primarily colored pencils, a teeny little bit of gel pen accents, and this page I used all gel pen, just to see. Oh, I think I used a little, like the tiniest little bit of chalk pastels in the back. I don't even think it's really showing up very well on there. But just, I liked that juxtaposition of trying to match the colors, but one's colored pencils, one's gel. And in the meantime, I got to figure out what I like to do in this book. So we did those 2 first, and then we ended up going, this was with Wrenn Kelly again, we ended up going and doing this super fun Koi Pond page, which has some colored pencils, some gel pen. You can see that little shimmer it's got to it. So this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, feeling motivated to do more. So that was fun. Okay, let's see. Next we have, this was one of my, I had mentioned in one of my last videos that Danny Button's Denny Buttons Colors. I jumped on her bandwagon. I'm trying not to buy books till my birthday, which is in October, trying not to buy supplies. And right at the end of July, we kind of knew this was coming, beginning of August, we bought like our last few new books. And this is one of the new books I bought, which was Hannah Lynn's Whimsy Girls Through the Decades. And I did 2 pages this month. So first we have this Cutie Pie. And this was alcohol markers, gel pens, and colored pencils, like literally a single colored pencil for that background, which I then went over with an odorless mineral spirits, like an off-brand of Gamsol, essentially. I then did this one. Doesn't she feel fun for fall and back to school? This cutie. This is almost entirely alcohol markers, straight coloring, with the exception of the very teeniest bit of gel pen highlights and of course a gel pen border. There that is. Let's see. This picture in here, so this is Hannah Lynn's Whimsy Girls at Work. This actually was, I started this I think the very end of July, finished it August 1st, and this was a buddy color with Danny Buttons. This sweet USPS Postal Service worker. There she is. I love her little cute envelopes, her pink envelopes. Next we have, I worked some more in Sachin Sanchdeva's Mosaic Creatures color by number. I really enjoy his color by number books, and I like to just work straight through. So I carried on exactly where I left off, and we have this, is that an eel? And then I did this flying fish. I don't know if you can tell, this is when like every marker known to man that I was using in this page ran out of ink at the same time. But hey, that's what art supplies are for, right? Run them out. You guys, this is my favorite page of the month. I'm so excited. This is from Jane Davenport's Whimsical Girls, Happy Hour Art Journal. And this is the page. I did this with, the background was with my gelatos, which was my first kind of page playing with them. They're iridescent, so you can kind of see that. And then I did her with watercolors. Super fun. This book, this happy hour book, Jane puts in different types of paper. So later on in the book, there's actually some like very, very thick watercolor paper. This page would be classified as her marker paper. It feels like a thick cardstock. And it just took the gelatos, it took the watercolor so beautifully with very minimal like water looking issues. I don't know what I'm talking about, you guys. Okay, next we have another book that I got. This was new for me at the end of last month, beginning of this month, and it's 50 Lovely Gnomes by Camelia Angelkova. This is actually my first Camelia Angelkova book. I know, isn't that crazy? And I did a buddy color in here with Danny Buttons and Dana at Queen Whimsy Bee over on Instagram, she's so lovely, and I want to do a bunch more gnomes with her. We did, and Danny, of course. We did this cutie, and she is picking her little strawberries, which aren't they fun? So this book is just adorable. I don't think there's a single page that's not precious. Now we have Color Crestopia's Cactus and Succulent Coloring Book, Color by Number for Adults. This was another one of those books that I bought the very end of last month, beginning of this month, and obsessed with it. Did 5 pictures. So here's page number 1. For this one I did a gel, like a bluish, oh, that feels like it's real bright. Real lot of brightness in that screen. A blue tealish gel pen background, and then I went in and colored. For page 2 I used a silver gel pen. And then alcohol markers. Isn't that fun? Another silver. Another silver. And for this one I did like a pinkish, purplish for the gel pen in the back. You can see when you're looking at the 5 in the row that what I love about this Color Crestopia as a color by number is, I mean, this is a full book about succulents, and look at the variety of images you're getting. I mean, I did not get bored. The colors varied, the images varied from whether they were like close up of cacti or a far away scene, and it continues to do that as you go through the book. So happy with this, love it so much. Just the act of taking that gel pen and outlining first is just, oh, it's so therapeutic. In fact, I feel like I'm gonna have to do one tonight. Now that this is how I'm gonna get back into coloring for September. I'm gonna go back to this book, I think. I don't know. The next book I have for you is, this is Coloring Heaven's Dreamtime Special by Hannah Carlzon. And this was a buddy color that I did with Penny over at Pebbles Adult Coloring. And she's so lovely. I love her so much. Her channel is phenomenal. I mean, it's so good. I don't know why I'm whispering at you guys. But anyway, for this one, okay, so I loved how this was going before I even open it and show you guys. And I'd been playing around with watercolor all day when I finished this picture, and you'll see those images in a second, or that image in a second, where I was watercoloring. And I was watercoloring on a really thick, fabulous watercolor paper. And then I went and watercolored in here, and I oversaturated the paper with water. I undersaturated the color. I mean, now I'm cool with it. At the time, I was pretty frustrated with it, but I love how these flowers turned out. I just thought they turned out gorgeous. The gold was a bit much for me when I was done. I didn't love the lack of smoothness I felt in that gold, but it is what it is. It is done, and this is, I only have 2 images done in this. I've only had this for the last couple months, but this is definitely a magazine that I want to do every page in. So we'll see now that I threw that out into the universe. The next pictures I'm going to show you all come from, they're all loose images for whatever reason. So I keep them in this binder and they go in page protectors. I've pulled them out of the binder so that you don't see the glare of the page protector. And then after the video, I'll put them back in. So my first set of pictures that I'm going to show you came from Mindwear's Animal Color Counts. Lots of people color the Mindwear color counts and leave them in the book. For whatever reason, I've gotten in the habit that I love to pull them out and color them on clipboards and then save them. So, of course, it's your prerogative, but that's where they come from. I love the Mindwear paper for markers. Even though it's thin, I don't know, there's something about it I love. So we have this cute giraffe picture. We have our lovely horse picture. Our sweet pandas. So pretty good variety of colors as well, you can tell. And then this is also from a Mindwear, but this is from the Mindwear book that looks like this, but it is Words to Live By. And this is the Never Stop Exploring. This Words to Live By has places with asterisks where they encourage you to add a little glitter of whatever kind. I think sometimes they actually come with stickles. I like to use my Sakura gel pen, which is just a clear gel, and go over. So you can see these spots, it was just white. I hadn't colored, and you can kind of see that little shimmer. And then you can also put it over where you've already colored. So this, it looks like a yellow gel pen, sort of. I colored it yellow and then clear gel penned over it. So I am obsessed with that. And that is those. Then, let's see. I have this Hannah Lynn printable. This is Elizabeth from the Victorian Darlings coloring book. And this was another buddy color that I did with the so lovely Meghan at, she's on Instagram at Meg's Arterarium. Meghan, please come save me in the comments for my English issue skills. Okay, we colored this, and now this is actually an image that is free from Hannah Lynn. She has certain selected images from her books. If you go to her website and you put in your email address, you can get a PDF of some of them. And so that's how we did this at Hannah Lynn, and she just turned out so fun. I knew I wanted to use that ruby, that deep burgundy, and that deep navy, and that kind of pointed me in the direction of what I wanted to do. For her, I used alcohol markers and gel pens. You can see that little bit of gel pens are in different areas. This was a fun one too because Victorian Darlings was one of the Hannah Lynn books that, and I love Hannah Lynn, that I wasn't sure was that I would love or was my style, but this really got me excited for it. So I also did a little bit of messing around painting this month. So the first is from, oh, I don't know what phone numbers on the back, I'll cover those up. Is from Robin Pickens, Just Add Watercolor Flowers. And this is a very thick watercolor paper. I did this one. And then from the Julie Netting coloring book, this is an amazing coloring book. It's 8x8. It's a very thick quality watercolor paper with images that just lend themselves beautifully to paint. And this is what I was saying, I used that gold paint and I liked the outcome a lot better, but of course this was a much thicker paper. So really fun, really enjoyed that. And then I was messing around with my acrylics and I watched a little YouTube video and I came up with this little acrylic painting. Really the purpose of this was I wanted to play with my acrylic backgrounds. And so it was practicing kind of mixing those, like just when you drop like yellow, orange, red, and then kind of mix them together. Of course, I ended up, my orange was out. So I was off, like I was mixing my red and yellow, putting that in the middle and then blending. But anyway, very happy with how that background turned out. Would love to use that in a coloring book. And you know what the most heartwarming part is I brought this home to I was away for a couple days, and I came home to see my 5-year-old and he, you know, I'm like show and telling what I colored and painted and I showed him this and he was like, oh, it's the Savannah. And he said he wanted to put it up in his room. So cute, so sweet. And I said he could. I was like, let me film my video first. Okay, the last two things I have are my diamond paintings that I finished this month. And I also pulled these out so you hopefully won't get the glare. I keep them in a 12x12 scrapbook album. The two that I did this month are both Diamond Dots DOTZ brand, so kind of like that official original. And here's this rainbow tree. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. Really, really loved it. This was so fun to do because for such a small image, I wish I could remember how many, at least 30 different colors. I want to say 30 something. So that was, I mean, to have all that variety of color was really fun to do. And then look at that little just touch of precious. Is he not the cutest? Obsessed with those colors, obsessed with this sloth. Very happy with it. So guys, that's what I worked on this month. I just thank you so much for watching. When I checked this morning, I think I was at 197 subscribers. Ah, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be sharing what I'm coloring, what I'm working on, what supplies I like, what supplies I like to buy or hoard or whatever, and of course sharing my finished products with you. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you to everyone who I've been getting to know these last, I think this is like my second month on YouTube making videos. So thanks to everyone I've met so far. If you're new here, I would love for you to say hello in the comments below, and I'd love to meet you. And if you're a repeater here, you should say hello too, because I want to talk to everybody, you guys. It's pandemic. Let's use the internet to have friends. All right, guys. I hope everyone is doing well and is staying healthy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.